I don't think the RBA is going to do anything. I don't think they'll be doing anything for a while. I think the data suggests globally, I mean, they've outsourced the inflation fight to US Fed, and US Fed has pretty much flagged that they're going to be on hold for a while. The market tends to jump up and down. There's going to be more cuts, less cuts. It's pretty much 1 to 2 cuts somewhere in the back end of this year. And I think RBA will follow the same cycle. So we're on hold for a period of time and see how inflation plays out. I suspect inflation is going to remain sticky. So we're going to be on hold. I don't think RBA is going to do anything. But then you got the budget coming, which is going to see some stimulatory effect. So that'll further put pressure on RBA to remain on hold.
Do you I don't know necessarily if this is like a 2024 problem or even, a first half of 2025 problem, but, you've got the banks that are allocating capital back to, shareholders. What we got today out of the, Westpac, $2.5 billion odd, and, you've got the extra dividends and everything of that ilk. Is that prudent considering that, Australia's far more rate sensitive? We've already seen just in the last retail sales that consumption is starting to get hit. You've got to imagine that the pressure's coming on thick and fast for all the people that are on, floating rate loans, that it could be incredibly problematic next year for a raft of banks and the broader economy at large?
Yeah, I think we're probably close to the peak cycle for banks. I mean, you've seen the result from Macquarie, which is probably the default option outside the big four. And even Macquarie's had a couple of weak results, and they're basically saying they're going to come full throttle at mortgage broking side of things. So if they're going to go into the mortgage battle, all the banks are going to have to fight against them, and I wouldn't want to go against Macquarie. So the big four banks have got real challenges ahead. I think Westpac, if you look at outside CBA, the other three banks over the last 15, 20 years, apart from dividends, you haven't gone anywhere. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. So I think the bank sector will struggle. I think the premium that you're paying for right now probably won't last into next year. And we don't see a lot of upside holding that. But, most investors, retail investors in the banking sector bought it really cheap. So they're getting good dividends.